Maestro is a biographical romance music drama written and directed by Bradley Cooper. This love story chronicles the lifelong relationship of conductor-composer Leonard Bernstein and actress Felicia Montenegro, Colin Bernstein. The runtime is 129 minutes. The film's rating is R in color. So, Maestro, this is a film that, this is of course Mr. Cooper's second directorial debut, making of course the film A Star is Born, which I absolutely loved that film when I saw it. This movie really proved that that movie wasn't just a fluke, that Bradley Cooper is a genuine filmmaker who loves the craft of filmmaking, who knows how to make movies, that Bradley Cooper not only is a great filmmaker, but also just an incredible actor. And Maestro, like, I went into this movie, of course, I got to see it in cinemas. I didn't see it on Netflix. Thankfully, there was one showing it in a theater not too far, definitely not a big chain theaters, the local movie theater near me, and I gladly got to see it because I felt this film was, this was a movie I saw and I was like looking at, and I'm like, alright, hopefully it shows it around, and I thankfully found it. I'm like, alright, let's go see it. I am absolutely right. This film is incredible. This is an amazing film with just some of the top high acting of these two, and it's just an incredible film that takes a very conflicted human being of a man. Conductor, composer, tells the story of Mr. Leonard Bernstein, who's of course a composer, music conductor, known for composing great movies like On the Waterfront and West Side Story. And this film is incredible. I felt everything about it is top notch, down to just the look of the film, to the performances and the story of these two who are in love, but Mr. Leonard is not a perfect man, and you get to see that. And this film is incredible. It's an incredible film with just top-notch performances by, of course, Bradley Cooper playing Leonard Bernstein, the legendary composer and conductor who was one of the most well-known American conductors and composers, because, you know, back then it was very much either Italian or I think French, and then he finally was the star that for the American composers, and it tells him and his love story of him and his wife, him going through the age. And man, Bradley Cooper, I think this is one of his best performances. I think A Star is Born is an incredible performance, but I think he might have one-upped it with this performance. He is amazing in this movie. His performance of a guy who's conflicted sexually and has interesting affairs, and it also tells the relationship between his wife and the family and him as a person. And it's an incredible way of looking at a character, especially, and Bradley Cooper does a marvelous job in this film, and when it comes to the performance of this guy and him and his wife and their relationship, and it's just incredible. Another performance that I believe is just incredible is Carey Mulligan as Felicia Montenegro, the wife, who's an actress, and, you know, meets him in a party and they get fond of each other. And man, Carey Mulligan is incredible in this film as well. Her performance is of a woman who loves her husband, but also understands him in a way where she knows. She's not dumb. She knows what the man is doing. And it's an incredible performance by Carey Mulligan. She's really amazing in this film, especially towards the later half of the film. It's just marvelous. And supporting characters, which there isn't many to name. I'm just gonna name Matt Bomer as David Oppenheim. He was in this film. I noticed him. He and Leonard had a little, you know, young relationship in the beginning, really showing where their story is gonna be and what's the driving force of this story, pretty much. Cool seeing Matt Bomer. Also, Maya Hawke plays the daughter of Leonard and Felicia, and it's cool seeing Maya Hawke. She's a really good actress. She's definitely one of those actresses out of Stranger Things that I can really very much see her having a really good career afterwards, because she's just marvelous in most works that she's in, and she's just great in this film as well, playing the young, smart kid who is also questioning and hearing rumors about the relationship between Leonard and her mom. And it's great. it's incredible. It's good seeing her, but those performances by Cooper and Mulligan, they're definitely worth nomination. I think both of them should get something, whether it's an Oscar nom or something. It's hard because Cillian Murphy just had Oppenheimer this year, but this man is definitely top 2 best performances this year. Top 3, it depends. Because DiCaprio also had an incredible performance. It's a damn good year for I would say a best actor nom, but Bradley Cooper, and I think one of his best performances of his career. And I think also Carey Mulligan. The direction by Bradley Cooper is incredible. I think Cooper, you could tell this man loves film with each frame that's in the film. The story and how everything from different times, so like the 40s and 50s were shot, I think 5x4 black and white. And I think when he's more of an older person, it's also shot by 5x4 in color. And also towards the 80s and 90s, it's shot full 16:9. It shows each era of this man's life in a fantastic way, and it's incredible. I just love how every scene he's in, he just has a cigarette on him, really showing that he was definitely a man who smoked cigarettes all the time. I'm surprised he didn't die. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't even have lung cancer because of just the amount of cigarettes the man was smoking. The whole movie, every scene that he's in, he has a cigarette smoking. Every single scene. Can't name you a single scene where he wasn't. Only, hell, even him in bed with Carey Mulligan, I think he has a freaking cigarette on it. The screenplay by Bradley Cooper and also Josh Singer, who did the screenplay for films like Spotlight, The Post, and First Man. This is a fantastic written film. This is beautifully written. The dialogue is very natural, very realistic. It's very natural, the dialogue, and just telling this man's life in a very interesting biopic, not a biopic that you would expect. I'm glad that now the biopic genre has become something that they're actually making art from and not doing the same thing that they always do with every biopic. I'm glad that the biopic genre has evolved in a great way, and Maestro is definitely in there. The chemistry is just remarkable between Cooper and Carey Mulligan. They have such natural chemistry. I wouldn't be surprised somehow they fell in love in this movie. But their chemistry is incredible. It really tells the love that they have for each other and how it's a conflicted love with Bradley Cooper doing shit that as a wife would be very hard to truly grasp on. I thought it was just a very interesting dynamic, and they both are incredible working together in this film. The music by surprisingly Leonard Bernstein. They had scores from him from back then, and you can never say that a biopic about a composer is composed by that composer. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's I think a first for me to see that a movie that's based on a guy and that the film itself is composed by that guy. It's quite exhilarating. But the score is amazing. But it's incredible. You have some songs from some of his movies that I noticed, and it's amazing, the score. And I'm glad it's cool hearing them taking the score of the actual guy and making a movie and composing that movie with it. It's really incredible stuff. The DP is Matthew Libatique, who was a cinematographer for Requiem for a Dream, Iron Man, and Black Swan. And this is a visually stunning movie. It is so well shot, and the camera lingers in making it that you're actually, it's like you're there pretty much looking through a hole in their life, and it's such a well shot film. The costume designing by Mr. Mark Bridges, who did the costume for Magnolia, There Will Be Blood, and Joker, and just does a marvelous job with the costumes. The way they dress in each era is just incredible. It really shows the time period that they're in. But the makeup is just incredible. Like, this movie could get an Oscar or something for makeup, because the makeup is just remarkable. How they aged Cooper and Carey Mulligan is just incredible. The crew that made the makeup. It's just, like, Oppenheimer has just incredible makeup, and this movie I think may or may not just have one-upped it, because the makeup in this film is remarkable. How they not only just changed the look of Bradley Cooper in certain moments where he just looks different. He doesn't look like Bradley Cooper. In certain moments where he's like conducting and his facial reaction. I know it's incredible stuff. The makeup here is just remarkable. And this film, Maestro, is just a masterclass, I guess. I mean, there's nothing I could say that's bad. The pacing works for the film. It's not a fast-paced film, but it's nice, methodical, and you really just get to be there with them and really experiencing this man's life in 2 hours, which is probably difficult. Any biopic that's made into film is a very difficult task. Look at Oppenheimer. Movie was 3.5 hours. They could add more to that of this man's life, of Oppenheimer. And Maestro is another, that there's so much of this man and so much things that they never like say it out loud, but you're not dumb. I'm glad that they don't have to like tell you, yeah, he's gay. Or so I'm glad that they make you like, yeah, I think that, yeah. They let the viewers just answer those questions, and I'm glad they don't look at us like imbeciles. And thank you, Bradley, for not doing that. And Bradley Cooper, great director. He's up there now. For his second film, this is another masterclass. And Bradley Cooper has this. He's proved that A Star Is Born is not just a fluke. That this man is an absolute filmmaker. And I'm happy for Bradley Cooper. I've always seen him as an actor and how much he loves film. And I'm happy that he's finally getting to make film and making some absolutely amazing movies. And movies that will make you feel things, and I'm glad he did that. So this is absolutely a 5 out of 5 stars. Another amazing film by Bradley Cooper. Congrats on making another amazing movie, and I'm looking forward to what Bradley Cooper does next.